Hi my students, today we will complete our lesson about balancing equations. Last time we explained the 6 examples and I told you to copy them in your notebook. So please be sure that you have written all of these examples in your notebook, and today we will complete explaining balancing. Today we will explain question number 5 about or other 6 examples, and I will give you question number 6 as a homework and question number 5 and 6 as a homework. So you have to solve these 2 questions before Wednesday. So today we will solve question number 5, page 197. So question 5, page 197. Okay, part A, C, which is carbon, plus O2 gives CO. Again, repeat the same steps in every example. This is 1 carbon. Count the number of the atoms. This is 1 carbon, and this is 2 oxygen atoms. Here 1 and here 1. Why 1? Because there is no any number, so it must be 1. Then the number of the carbon atoms are already balanced 1 by 1, so they are the same. Go to the number of the oxygen atoms. Here 2 and here 1. So we must balance them. As I told you before, not allowed to add or subtract or even divide. The only process that is allowed for you is multiplication. So multiply this by 2. Also not allowed to multiply only oxygen. You have to multiply all of them. So 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 1 equals 2. So the number of the oxygen atoms, if we want to check them, here we have 2 and here we have 2. After multiplication, 2 times 1 equals 2. So this with this is correct. Go to the second one, which is carbon. We have to recheck it again. Here 2 times 1 is 2 and here still 1. So again multiply this by 2. So 2 times 1 equals 2. Okay, part B. Fe, which is iron, plus Cl2 equals FeCl3. Again, count the number of the atoms. Here 1, here 2, here 1, and here 3. Use pencil. This is my advice. You must use pencil because you cannot balance it correctly from the first time. Okay. The number of the iron atoms are the same. Go to the number of the chlorine atoms. Here we have 3 and here we have 2. The common factor between them is 6. So multiply this by 3 so that 3 times 2 equals 6. Multiply the whole compound by 2, so 2 times 3 equals 6. And 2 times 1 for iron is 2. So we have here 6 atoms of chlorine in each, in the reactants and in the products, in each side I mean. And here 2 times 1 equals 2, and here you have to multiply this again with 2 to give us 2. So 2 times 1 equals 2 again. So the equation is balanced. Okay. The third example, C3H8. By the way, the name of this compound is propane. You will take it later on in grade 10. This is a type of fuel, by the way. Plus oxygen gives us carbon dioxide and water. Again, this is a combustion process, because if I combine any type of fuel with oxygen to give us carbon dioxide and water, so this means that this process or this equation represents a combustion process or a combustion reaction. Okay, count the number of the carbon atoms, or the number of the atoms in general. Here 8, here 2, here 1, here 2, and here 2, and here 1. Start with carbon. Here we have 3 atoms of carbon, and we have here only 1. So multiply all of this with a 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. The number of the carbon atoms now are equal. Go to the oxygen atoms. Here 6, and here 2. And here also we have another oxygen atom. My advice, if you find any atom, oxygen, hydrogen, or any atom that is participating in more than one reactant and more than one product, leave it. Don't start with it. Let it the last step, to be the last step. Now start with hydrogen. Can I skip oxygen and start with hydrogen? Yes. Actually, you can start with any atom. I don't care about that. The only thing that is important, that you must reach a point that all of the atoms are balanced. I don't care what is the order of balancing for each atom. Here we have 2, and here we have 8. So you have to multiply this by 4. Okay, 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 1, 4. So the number of the hydrogen atoms now are 8 with 8, so they are equal. So the green color for the hydrogen atoms, equal. Go to the oxygen atom. The oxygen, or the number of the oxygen atoms here are 4, and here 6 after multiplying it with a 3. 3 times 2, 6. Look, 4 with 6, count them. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Type why? Here we have oxygen atoms, or both of the oxygen atoms here are found in the products. So we must add them, because the rule says that the number of the atoms that are participating in the reaction, in the reactant, must equal the number of the atoms that are formed in the products. So these are 2 types of compounds that have oxygen. So we must count them. How many oxygen atoms do we have here? We have 10. Up here, how many oxygen atoms should we add, or should we multiply? Just we must multiply it by 5. So 5 times 2 equal 10. That's it. So the final answer is 5 O2, 3 CO2, and 4 H2O. Is it important to do like this in your exam later on, inshallah, when we come back to school? Yes, you must do, to prove or to show me that you understand what did you do here.